Now that we have a full table order, I want to walk through the process of splitting a table order into multiple receipts, processing payments for each receipt, and then ultimately finalizing the transaction. If the table only needs one bill and are paying together, I can just select Receipt up on the top right-hand corner of the order screen, which will print off one receipt for the entire table. As you can see here, the table is now red, which indicates that this table has the receipt and are waiting to pay. However, let's assume that the customers at the table decided that they want to split the bill into 3 separate receipts so they can each pay their own bills individually. I'm going to select the same table and then select Pay up in the top right-hand corner of the POS. From here, I can split the bill and then process a payment for each bill depending on the needs of the customers. I'm going to start off by selecting the payment type Split Bill. When splitting a restaurant type table, I can split the bill into 4 different ways: split into equal parts, split using selected items, split by seat, or single seat checkout. If I were to split in equal parts, this would allow me to split the bill evenly by the amount instead of how the products were assigned by seat or customer. This would be really useful for tables that shared everything on the table and would like to pay equal parts of the order. For example, I can split the order into 3 equal amounts. As you can see here at the top of the screen, I now have 3 equal bills, which I can print by selecting Print All Split Receipts at the bottom of the POS. I can split a bill as many times as I would like, but I can always unsplit the bill or revert the bill back to one bill by selecting Split Bill and then selecting Revert Split. Also, I can highlight specific items with my finger before selecting Split Bill, which allows me to split by selected items, allowing me to split the items I've highlighted onto their own bill. This is useful if I didn't divide the order by seat throughout the order and wanted to manually split it up before the customer pays. After I split the bill, I can also move a product to a different bill by holding my finger down on the 3 little white lines on the right-hand side of the product and moving it to a different bill. I can also do a single seat checkout, which allows me to split off one receipt from the table into its own bill, while the other customers remain on one bill for the time being. This is helpful if you have a large group, but only one person wants to cash out, or the others want to continue ordering. Finally, and most commonly, you can split item by seat, which allows you to create separate bills based on how the products were assigned by seat, or in other words, customer. Once I select this option, you can see it automatically splits the bill into 3 receipts based on how the products were assigned by seat. Now that we split the bill, I'm going to select Print All Split Receipts so I can give the customers their respective bills and begin processing a payment for each order. For the first receipt, let's assume that the customer wants to pay in cash. I can select the cash payment type, enter in the amount of money they gave me, and then I can see how much change I need to give the customer from this pop-up screen. I can also see how much change is due for the customer from the bottom right-hand corner of the screen as well. For the second receipt, I'm going to pay with a credit card by selecting the credit card type payment. For any card payments, the workflow will be different for everyone depending on the payment processor you're using and whether or not your payment processor is integrated or non-integrated. If your payment processor is integrated, once you select credit card, the order will be automatically pushed to the payment terminal for the customer can add a tip if they'd like, and the payment will be automatically accepted, and then you can finalize the transaction. If your payment processor is non-integrated, which means your payment processor runs independently from Lightspeed and is not integrated into the POS, then the process is a little different and requires a few more manual steps. My payment processor is non-integrated, so I can walk through this whole process. First of all, I need to select the credit card payment type, look at the amount that's due for the customer, enter the amount manually into the payment terminal, wait for the customer to enter in a tip and pay with their card. And then once this is accepted on the terminal, I can manually enter in the tip that the customer gave me, select Done, and then finalize the transaction. For the third payment, let's go ahead and select credit card as well and make a payment. Now that all 3 orders have been paid, I now need to select the Finalize button in the bottom right-hand corner of the POS to finalize each bill individually and close out this transaction. Now that you've seen how to place a table order, split a bill, and then finalize a receipt, I recommend trying this out on your own POS.